hitting 700 subscribers, and I am super pumped about all the new friends I have made on BookTube, and I can't believe you're all here tonight, so thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited. Hello, Noah. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Pamela. Angie, Rainey, everyone's here. I'm so excited. How is everybody doing tonight? Are you excited as I am? Probably not, because I'm crazy. Amanda from the Curly Reader is right. There's really nothing calm about me. I am a crazy woman, but that's okay because that's why you love me, right? Hi, Kate. Hi, Summer. Hello, Nicole. I think you are new to my channel today, so you're going to get a fresh whiff of what I got cooking up here. Oh, how is everyone? Oh, Lauren, no more coffee for me. Nope, I'm not drinking any more coffee today. Hi, Kim. Hi, Christy. It's so nice to see you all. Oh, yep, Rainy. There you go. Never calm. Never calm. I just can't help myself. I'm just full of energy sometimes. I do have my calm moments, and it's usually while I'm reading. So that's probably the most calm you'll ever see me. So let's talk about what is happening tonight. Hi, Mom. I am going to be doing a Q&A because with 700 subscribers, we have a lot of new people here with us. So I want to make sure that if you had any questions, you're able to ask them. And if not, you already know them, then you get to hear them again. But I have a feeling that there's a few questions in here that people do not know the answers to because I didn't even know the answers to. There were some really amazing questions. And it's funny because when I was entering them all into StreamYard here so that I could show you, because I would love to hear what your answers are to these questions as well. So this is going to be super interactive. So make sure that you are jumping on in and saying hey and answering these questions as well. But some of them are like, really, you gotta think about them. So they were really great questions. So to everyone who sent in questions for my Q&A, I am so excited. Thank you. They were awesome. So thank you so very much. Okay. There were a lot of questions too. So we're going to try to jump in there because I don't want to take up your whole night. It's Saturday night. And Krista from Books and Jams, thank you, you dear soul, moved her productivity sprints or like reading sprints to Sunday so that I had this night. I was so thankful. Thank you. I didn't even know you were going to do that. I was like, oh, I hope it's not one of your nights. But that was so sweet. Thank you. And I see you're here too. So hi, Krista. So happy to have everyone here. So we're going to kind of jump right on in to these questions. Let's go ahead and, oh, my bow tie. It's one of those, when you have those pop-up like photo booths, you have those, I figured it matched my hat. So I'm going to hold my bow tie right here for y'all. That's what that's going to do until I get really tired, which could happen pretty soon. And I'm one of those people that don't get left or right when it's on a camera because it's backwards. So sometimes you're going to see it's going to like move really weird because I'm trying to figure out which direction it's supposed to go. But let's jump into these questions. Like I said, answer them yourselves. I would love to see what you guys think of these questions. And I'm not answering these in any particular order. I think how it ends up is I type them all in based on when they're entered, and then I'm just going to go up so that I don't miss any. So let's jump into the first one, and I believe that is from Bree Hill. And if you know Bree has a YouTube channel, but I believe she's taking a break, if not returning, but she has an amazing Instagram. So make sure you check her out on there. But Bree's first question, which I would love to know what your answers are to this as well, is it's midnight and you're in the mood for a snack. What snack do you grab? It's funny, I am not a huge snacker, but when I do, in the middle of the night, I will go downstairs and I will take a tortilla, like a tortilla for tacos, and I will put half peanut butter and half jelly on it, and then I will roll it up like a taquito, and then I'll just eat it. It's delicious. And if you haven't tried it, you should, because it's really good. So in the comments, let me know what your favorite midnight snack is. Let's move on to the next question, because like I said, there are a lot. This one's also from Bree. What's one movie you'll never get tired of watching, and one book you'll never stop recommending? There are a lot of movies that I watch a lot, and it's usually like 90s movies or like late 80s movies. Like the John Hughes collection is amazing. So like, you know, The Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink and all of those, but also Jurassic Park. I will watch that over and over again. A Christmas Story. I will watch that over and over again. Home Alone. I will watch that over and over again. But I will also, there's another one, The Hours, which is based on a book that I will never stop recommending. And that is, so Michael Cunningham's The Hours is the book. And then the movie is also called The Hours. And it has like Nicole Kidman, Julianne Moore, and Meryl Streep in it. And I love that book and I love that movie. So those ones are definitely ones I will not get tired of watching or recommending. So, ay. Ooh, midnight snack. We got pickles. Yay for pickles. I love pickles. Nicole says cookies. Any particular cookie, Nicole? I'm not a big cookie eater, but if I were to eat one in the middle of the night, it would probably be an Oreo. Oh, Victoria. Hello, by the way. And you don't eat midnight snacks because you're too busy sleeping. You ever wake up in the middle of the night and go, I'm going to go downstairs and grab a snack? Cheese puffs? Okay. Oh, here's a great answer for the last one. Anthony Bourdain. That's a great one to read. And if you're thinking of a midnight snack, maybe you can cook something up from one of his books. Ooh, Rainy the Newsies. Aren't they redoing that musical, or they're bringing it to Disney Plus or something? I swear I just saw something about that. But that was a great movie. Wasn't that one of the first ones Christian Bale was in? I remember watching that at school, and it was just, oh, I love that. Bill Pullman was in that, wasn't he? I used to love Bill Pullman. His hair was so floppy. Anywho, and Casper, that's what I mean. Hi, Melissa. Ooh, Beauty and the Beast. Ooh, and Sherlock Holmes. You know, I have his entire collection, and I always think about, oh, you know, if I'm just wanting to read something quick, you know, to read one of his stories because they're so good, and I always forget about it, and it just sits up there. It's a huge hunker of a book too. Just sits up there. Oh, thank you, Rainey. It's a Broadway play that they're putting on Disney Plus. Very nice. Pamela. David Lynch film. Slipper in the Rose. Humphrey Bogart. Yes. Gene Kelly. Yep. And All Souls, of course. I knew you were going to say that. That's coming up later in another question. Okay. Actually, I think that was actually part of this question. You're right. So, other books that I would always recommend. So, Ours was part of that, but the BFG, which is a middle grade, Narnia, which is like a middle grade, and then The Discovery of Witches. Yeah, All Souls trilogy. So good. Ooh, Angie, Only You book, I Capture the Castle. Oh, didn't you guys just read that? I Capture the Castle? Was that just recent? Like this past year, you guys did a read along with that? I think so. Yep, Oreos. Good. Nice. Okay, let's move on to the next question. This is also from Bree. We had a couple people who had a lot of questions out there. So what is the last song to get stuck in your head? I can't remember the title of the song. And most recently, like when I was in the shower, I realized I was humming a Christmas song, which seems to happen a lot. I don't know why, but like all of a sudden I'll realize what I'm doing and I'm like, am I humming a Christmas song? And then it's usually in the shower or right when I'm getting home. I get that one song and I can't remember who the artist is, but it's the one about the wedding, and it's like something about closing the GD door. Much better to fix these kinds of things. I don't know. It's like I don't even know who it's by, but that gets stuck in my head all the time. I should have looked that up, but I don't know who it is. I'm not quite sure. It's not a great song or like a song that I would be like, yeah, but it's always in my head. I don't know why. Anywho, let's see. Anyone else get stuff stuck in your head? Oh, Parent Trap. Oh, Kate must have mentioned the Parent Trap. Now, okay, Kate, the original Parent Trap or the Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap? Because I love the original with what was her name? Because she was also in Pollyanna, and then she was also in Saved by the Bell when they were in middle school. What is her name? Oh my gosh, it's gonna kill me now. Panic at the Disco. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. You're awesome, Kate. It is. It's Panic at the Disco. You're right. It's that song. The broccoli casserole song. Oh, I just missed it. What is that song? You're gonna have to send that to me, Angie. Well, maybe not, because I don't want it to get stuck in my head. Okay, let's see here. I missed several comments, so I'm very sorry. So I hope you're all having fun in the comments. Oh, Janelle's here. Hi, Janelle. Oh, you have a live soon. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Shout tears for fears. Mummer's dancer, Laura. Okay, my hand's getting tired. I gotta put my tie away. Hi, Laura. Can't you get you out of my head? Such an earworm. And you listen to a lot of songs, so I would think that you would have a lot of songs stuck in your head. Absolutely. Oh, we got some Jonas Brothers. Oh, you do like the Lindsay Lohan one. Okay. There's one with the Olsen twins. It Takes Two. I really liked that one, and I don't know if that was a like retelling of Parent Trap, but that one was really cute. I really liked that one. It Takes Two. That one was super cute. Oh, we got some Mean Girls. We like that movie. That was a very interesting movie. I liked that one too. Got some Haley Mills. Hi, Debbie. Oh, we got another Haley Mills. Must be popular. Oh, here we go. Mary Kate Parent Trap version. Yep, It Takes Two. That one was good. I think that was what was his name? Steve Guttenberg? Oh, I used to love him too. All them 80s guys I used to love. Weasley Sam was the last one. Oh gosh. You're such a dork. And I say that with all my love. Oh, Angie, I don't know now. Now I'm concerned. Now I'm concerned when you say thank me later. Some Kind of Wonderful. Anytime I think about it. Oh, very nice. Oh, Haley Mills is the one that played the. Thank you. Thank you. I was thinking it was a musical group. I'm a ding dong. Ay, ay, ay. The internet drama videos crack you up. Nice. Okay, let's move on to the next question. If I missed any comments, I'm sorry. Trying to keep up with everyone. You guys are having so much fun in there. Okay, so this is the last question by Bree. Something that really matters to you. And this one really stumped me because, you could go so many different directions on this. And so many things matter to me, obviously, family, reading, all those things. But I think when I first read the question, I had to go with the very first things that stuck in my head, and that was just honesty and authenticity. So that's what I'm going to go with, because I figure I'm like, I could think about this in 12 different directions. I could, try to go down a couple of different paths. It could be an activity, it could be like a foundation, it could be a cause, it could be something like that. And I was like, I think I just have to go with what happened first, like what came into my mind first. So I'm going to go with honesty and authenticity. And if you want to answer that question, please feel free. We're going to jump into the next one. This is by Lauren. Lauren is in the comments. I believe she has a channel called Divided by Sight. So please feel free to check her out. She goes, what makes you pick up a book cover or blog? And actually what makes me pick up a book is the cover. And the cover, if it's just like blaringly like colorful or there's something really like unique on it, but anything that has like bold colors or a bold design, something that's really like, is that? Blogs, I don't really search out blogs probably at all. If I am following any blogs, it's usually because I have found that creator elsewhere, and then, oh, they also have a blog. Let me check that out. But to be perfectly honest, I don't follow their blogs all that often. It's more like here and there. I have a blog, and I'm terrible at keeping up with it. Like, I literally did something the first like 4 days of January, and it was about being better, and then I completely lost track of it again. So as far as covers, I mean, we could take a look at some of my books here and see what it is that I'm so excited about. But it's usually just the color. It's the colors, if they're really vibrant. But other ways that I look at books is the titles. If it's something that like triggers anything in my head, I go, oh, what's that? And then I look at it. But if it's a movie cover or it has people on the cover, which it depends on what kind of people, that I kind of like, I'm not really interested in that. So I'm kind of a weirdo when it comes to covers. But what have you guys said? So let's see here. I might have to scroll up a little bit. I might have missed some. Oh, creativity. So you look for creativity in a cover. Oh, yep. Oh, that's for your cause, for your what's important. Very nice. Oh, good. I'm happy. I remember seeing your comment. You were talking about Redwall. Yes. I when you said there was 20 books, I was like, wow, I did not know there were 20 books. But yeah, I'm really excited. That's in my 21 books to read in 2021. So I'm going to be reading that this year, hopefully. So that's out of place now. I want to fix that later. Let's see. Oh, yes, you're very welcome. See, Rainy welcomes you as well. Okay, let's see here. Yes, Krista. Yeah, I try, and then I'm like, I forget. Oh, mother, what? You were not in? Now you're in. Krista. Book covers that pretty design symmetry florals. Oh yeah, florals. You know, I just got one. Oh, it's way over there. I'm not going over there to get that book. But that has like a bunch of flowers on it. It's pretty good. And I like when the title is really big, like when it's like really big on there. I don't know. That's what I like. Oh, yep, here, something that really matters, personal accountability and kindness. Yes. Very nice. Ooh, here we go. Here's, if you are a person that really likes blogs, we have Modern Mrs. Darcy. Look that one up. Sounds like a good one for some of us Jane Austen fans. You want to start Redwall too? Bonnie Reed. Yay! Hi, Kim. Again? And everyone? Pamela likes intriguing titles and books, and if a blog talks about a subject I'm interested in, yes. You know, like, for instance, this I would consider a good cover that I would be like, I would be interested in buying this, clearly, because I did. Because it's like, I like that you can see the title, but it's also really like, what is all of this back here? And it's kind of shiny. I like how it's shiny. And then, like, this one, is really green. And I really like sushi. So even though it's probably just like a love story, it's really green and it's like, well, sushi. I like sushi. So those are some covers that I like. Covers that look fun, nice. Yes, those covers, every time you put those on Instagram, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to read those books because they're so colorful. There's so many different colors. And what I like about it is there's like, it's like a little person on there with the glasses, and it's uniform throughout. So every book that you've shown, that same thing has been on there. So it's like they're part of a collection, which I also like. Oh, Redwall 190. You know, I had all the Redwall books at one time, but gave them all to Goodwill along with the book you could put together. You know, I would love to run into the Goodwill that you put all those in. Because that's where I get all my books, is Goodwill. Well, and some other places. Will you be reading Redwall Chronicle? You know, and that's what she said, is you don't have to. That's the first one. That's the only one that I have. Actually, no. I just got another one. I just found this one for 49 cents at Bethesda. And this is Martin the Warrior. And technically in this, it says it's the 6th one or something. But if you don't have to read them in order, I'll just read this one next. Because those are the 2 that I have. Oh my gosh. You found that book for me. Which book? The sushi book? Oh yeah, you did. Yes, sushi is an automatic buy. Okay, everyone, let's go to Puerto Rico. Danny needs to go get books. Nice. Yes, I mean, every time you show those, Rainey, I'm just so excited. Yes, you do. Usually they're from me, book recommendations. Yes, Noah, Goodwill has some good hauling. And the thing is I'm really weird about what I will buy, because I will not buy books that are over $2. I don't know, I'm a little bit crazy. But Goodwill does have a lot of good books that are over $2 that are still under budgets. So I can't say that I get all of my books from Goodwill, but I do get quite a few. Okay. Oh, here we go for Redwall. So there's recurring characters, but you don't have to read them in order. So if anyone's interested in Redwall, you don't have to read them in order. Very nice. Cooked sushi only. I'll eat all the sushi. I love sushi. So good. So good. Okay, let's get to another question. Okay. This one should be easy for everyone. Also from Lauren, favorite drink, coffee or tea? Ooh, I am so on both sides, but if I were to say, I would go on the tea side, just because not only do I like hot tea, I also really like sweet tea, and I like iced tea that's mixed with lemonade. So I like Arnold Palmer's. I also am drinking a hard tea tonight. So I like all the teas. So I'm going to go with teas. Oh, here we go. Boba tea. Lauren says coffee. Why choose, says Melissa. Oh, tea and hot chocolate. Oh, the stitching cover. Yep. End pages. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Oh, Rainy. Hi, Tara. You only drink tea when you're sick. Are you drinking caffeinated coffee and tea now, or are you going to decaf? Oh, coffee. What's boba tea? Don't worry, I'll bring you some boba tea. Tea in the morning, coffee in the evening. Decaf? Or do you drink caffeinated coffee in the evening? Woo. Decaf coffee is your favorite. Nice. Hi, Amanda. I'm not calm tonight. OG Red Bull is not tea or coffee, but it's your favorite drink. Oh, Krista, hot cider is so good. You know, I have not had chai. I've never tried chai, ever. And I think it's because it looks weird to me. It looks gross. Like, it looks like it's milk with water mixed in. So it's like watered down. Is it good? I know a lot of people that like it. You know, here's a funny story about tea. So, remember when you were younger and you would like try things? And I'm not saying like younger like a kid, but like as a young adult in the real world, and you start to like try things because guess what? You're an adult now, so you can do things and try things. And I was in an airport once, and I think it was the first time that I went to, because I was by myself. It was either when I was coming back from helping my friend move to Vegas. I think it was then, because I think I was much younger than when I went to England for the first time. But I went up to one of the like coffee shops, and I'm like, I'm gonna have some green dragon tea, blah blah blah. And they made it for me, and I go and I sit down and I take a sip of it. And now at this point, I've never had tea before like that. So I don't know. I go to take a sip of it, and it literally scalds my entire being. Like, I almost spontaneously combusted. I'm pretty sure. And I open it up to like, because it also was disgusting. It was no flavor. It was nasty. I open it up, and there's this big ball, like big ball of like grass. It was so gross. It was like this big ball of just this wound up, like seaweed, grass, something ball of grass. It was so disgusting. I threw it out. I was like, I'm never drinking tea again in my life. That's what I get for trying to be an adult and drinking adult drinks. It was so gross. And I think it was like $6 for grass tea, for a big old wad of grass. Just so y'all know, Danny gets a little crazy. So I've missed quite a few comments. Quite a few. Oh boy. I feel like oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Summer likes chai tea too. You know, Amanda, I'm working on my calm video, but see, you have to understand, I have to like work myself down to be calm. So that's going to take a little while. So tonight's not the night. Ooh, we got some black coffee, but lots of sugar. You know, when I was doing Whole30, I was drinking black coffee. And the first couple days, you're like, this is gross. I'm not drinking coffee anymore. But you're like, I need coffee. And then I got used to it, and it wasn't that bad. Chai is the best. Okay, I promise the next time that I'm somewhere that they have chai, I will get chai. Just for you, Krista. Just for you. Oh, see, because Victoria says it's oh, and here we go. I love chai apparently. Oh, we don't got a fan of boba. You know, I don't really like boba either. Like, I like the drink, but I don't like the bobas. They're like, I feel like what you did was you just threw a bunch of fruit snacks into the bottom of this cold tea, and then they start to like disintegrate in the bottom, and then you're like trying to suck them up through your straw, and then when they get into you, they're like all falling apart, gelatinous, like weird things. Like, at least the ones that I've had. If I want to do that, I'll just stay at home and get some fruit punch, and I'll just throw some fruit snacks in it and call it a day. Just so y'all know. That's how I roll. Ooh. Part of a conversation I did not know. Okay. Okay, gunpowder. Okay. Cinnamon is fantastic for you. Fantastic. Cinnamons and chai? Oh, I don't know if I'd like that. I like cinnamon on cinnamon rolls. And that's about it. We'll see. We'll see. Yep. Okay, Laura, next time I'm over, you need to get me a good chai so that I can tell everyone if I like it. Because I think you get chai from the good old Starbucks, which I don't go to. Boba is the only drink you can chew. Yes, Stash. I just got that in one of my books and treasures boxes, which by the way, everyone, now this is serious, so I'm gonna stay calm, Amanda. But Books and Treasures, if you remember or recall, is done by a mother-daughter group, Sarah and Rebecca. And Rebecca has recently passed away unexpectedly. So if you are a follower of Books and Treasures or you know of them, send your love to Sarah. Their family is grieving at this time, so my heart goes out to her. They ran that business together and were very, very close. So I've just recently found that out and feel terrible, but yes. So that stash tea was from Books and Treasures, and it was very, very good. And yeah, so if you know them or you're in contact with them, please jump over there and just send a little heart and well wishes for Sarah. So Sarah and her family. But thank you. Sorry, little public service announcement there. Not to bring down our vibe, but thank you for letting me know that and or reminding me of that tea, and just want to do that. So anywho, let's see here. Let's go on to our next question. Let's see here. Just want to make sure I didn't. Oh, there's so many I've missed. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. McDonald's Diet Coke. So you guys are saying regular Coke? McDonald's Diet Coke, I live for. Like if I'm having a really bad day or if I have a headache or something, if I go and I get a McDonald's Diet Coke, I'm good. Good for the rest of the day. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, no, cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls are so good. A friend of mine today had to go to the emergency room, so she brought her little boy over, and I watched him while she went, and he brought a cinnamon roll, and I was just staring at it the whole time because he wasn't even eating it. He was only eating the frosting. Oh, he's missing the good part. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. We're coming back around. We're coming back around. It's okay. Because I think they put something in it or something. It is a mystery. We should all find out. We should all find out. Okay, let's go to our next question. Oh, this is from Sarah at NG Reads. If you could have all the dogs, how many dogs would that be? 2. I think if it was a perfect world and I lived in a huge house and somebody else was taking care of dogs, I would probably have a Great Dane. I would have a Saint Bernard. I would have a little, like a little tiny dog, like one of those little dogs. But to be perfectly honest, like Dwight is probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I love that dog so much. He's just like he's perfect, and he's a mutt. I mean, he's a mix. He's something and something. I don't know what he is. We got him from a rescue, and he's my baby. He's my little baby. So I mean, if I could have all the dogs, I would have Dwight. I would have Dwight over and over again. I sometimes will look at him and I think you're gonna die someday, and you're gonna kill me in the process because I love you so much. Oh, I'm sure there's some people out there that probably aren't dog people, but yeah. Yeah, Krista, no dogs for me. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. One dog. Yep. Very nice. Very nice. And then Angie, cats. I knew some people were going to say cats. I know summer's more for cats. Oh, Tara, you have 3 dogs. My goodness. Victoria, you would have a whole pack of dogs. I know, I used to watch that Caesar show, Caesar Milan. And when he would show where it was him on his like ranch or something where they would bring the dogs and like try to retrain them and he'd have all of these dogs. I'm like, how do you even know who's who? Like some of them look exactly the same. But he knows them. He knows them. So good. Yep. Yep. I know. No offense, Kingston. You're nice too, but you've bitten me on several occasions, so I'm good. Ooh, a reptile. Okay. Aw, is it because you think you're the queen, Rainy? Because she has corgis, right? The royal corgis. Probably so inbred. Anywho, let's move on to the next question. Ooh, these are all from Melissa from Fully Booked. We have, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? So basically a teacher, or a lawyer. And really the lawyer, because I think my mom always said, you like to argue a lot. So I guess if you like to argue, you're a lawyer. But I am not a liar, so I don't want to be a lawyer. So I like to be a teacher, which is probably why I'm here talking about books, because I feel like I'm also helping people learn about books and all that fun stuff. So what did you guys want to be when you grew up? Melissa also had this great question. What is something very common or mundane that you've never done? This was a stumper. Like I kept thinking of all the things that are mundane. I'm like, I've done it all. So, I mean, I don't know. I've never been to the chiropractor. Does that count? I don't even know. What have you guys not done that is common and all of these things? I don't know. Yeah, you can still do it. You can still do it. Paleontologist. I could see that, Summer. I could totally see that. Okay. A witch and a secretary? What about a witch who is a secretary? Whoa. Oh, a ballerina. Nice. Nice. A parole officer. Very cool. That's kind of like being a mother. You're really reining it in. Very nice. Well, you kind of have that going on a little bit, Christy, with working with your library. A little bit. You're almost there. Just got to keep wiggling in. It's about who you know, what you can do. Krista, I was going to say that. I was going to say skiing, and I'm like, is that mundane or common? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I've never been skiing either. Yeah, no, I've never been to the chiropractor. Because I was going to be like, oh, I've never gotten a massage. And then I was like, no, I did. I got that massage that one time. Yeah, Angie, when you were talking about that on your live last night, I was like, oh, I didn't know she was a teacher. That's so cool. You are such a teacher. Aw, I know. I try. I like to tell jokes. Oh, I have a joke. Okay, I have a joke. Okay, is everyone ready for the joke? Okay, it's not like a knock-knock joke or anything. It's kind of like I have to say it and then you laugh kind of joke. Okay, because that's how jokes work, right? Okay, so I swallowed a book of synonyms. I had the sorest throat afterwards. Right? Right? Synonyms are in the thesaurus. Funny. Oh gosh. Okay. So skiing, booktube ski trip. No, it's cold. And what if we break something? Well, I guess we could be on bed rest having to read. Oh, good point. You've never dove into a pool? You don't know how to swim? Well, that is mundane. I was a swimmer in high school, so I can't agree on that one for you, but that's an interesting one. I've never like dove into a pool, like at a pool, but like for swim I have. What I mean is like at like an outdoor pool when you go with your siblings or whatever. I've never done that. Yes, a witch secretary. For like, yeah. And maybe they don't know that you're a witch, or maybe they don't know that you're a secretary. Oh, looks like there's a lot of no skiers in here. Yes, Rainy, you know. It's like being a babysitter. Noah, that is what I would like to be as a bookstore owner. But I would be my own worst customer because I'd be like, I want to sell you books that are more than $2, but I myself don't buy books more than $2. Oh, what's this? I'll give you the same answer John Lennon supposedly said when a teacher asked why he didn't do an assignment correctly, because he said when he grew up, he wanted to grow and be happy. Oh, that's a great answer. Why didn't I think of that? See, Krista, that's why I figured it was mundane, because I know a lot of people that go to the chiropractor very frequently. So I'm like, well, I don't. So maybe that's a mundane thing. Oh, that's a good one. I haven't been to a salon, but I have been in a tanning bed before. When they used to have it at your fitness center, I went into one of the standing ones once, and y'all can see how fair I am. Yeah. I looked like a raccoon for a week. It was terrible. Terrible. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm assuming that you laughed at my joke. Thank you. Okay. Okay, Kate, let's organize it. Let's do it. I love it. It's so funny. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, we're all gonna sit by the fire and read. We're gonna go on a skiing trip and we're all just gonna read. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Okay, never been ice skating. Oh, a ballet accident. Wow, I'm learning so much about everyone. See, I'm glad that this is working both ways. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, that would be fun. And you could maybe have a little cafe for new and upcoming chefs. Get their chance at the biz. Oh, here's Noah. I'd ask every customer, are you going to read this? Are you going to love this book? No, mister, I just like the cover. I want to put it on Instagram. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's move on. Oh, a camping trip. Yes, for camping. Yes. Actually, for my wedding, because we had been together for a little while and we've been in the house together, for like our registry, we did all camping gear because we like to camp. So if anyone's out there single and getting married, you don't have to do just household stuff. Very nice. Oh my gosh, Walden Books. Does everyone remember Walden Books? I used to love it going in there. And then when it's not in business anymore, it was like, you stink. Love Walden. Okay, let's see what's next. And I believe this is still Melissa. We just have to find, where are we? What do we have? Favorite and least favorite household chores. I don't like chores at all. Any of them. But I would say my favorite household chore would be reorganizing my bookshelves, of course. And my least favorite is dusting. I feel so gross dusting. Like, I feel like your whole body is getting full of dust because like you're touching the dust and the dust is flying into the air and you're like sucking it up into your face and it's touching you and it's touching and then you're like dusting with the cloth and the cloth is dusty and it's like I hate it. I hate dusting. I hate it. And my house is dusty because Dwight has a lot of dander and then it gets like, ugh, stop it. So we took the carpet out of the living room and we're going to keep going throughout the house. But now I have to like sweep and mop that room, which is better. Don't get me wrong. But do you like how I have this like wand here? It's like, ooh, it's pretty long. What's this for? It's actually a marker. This is a single, like a fine tip, and this is a brush tip. This is what I use for my bullet journals. Yes, I just randomly think of things. Anywho, so I have to do that, and I like it better because now it smells better, but you can see way more dust. It's gross. But I'm glad it's not in the carpet anymore, and it's actually just getting cleaned up every time. So I did that today, and I was like, oh, touched it, all this dust. I don't like dust. But I actually don't like dusting either. So it's like a double-edged sword. I have a really dusty house, and I don't want to dust it. So it's like you either live with it or you just get over it. So I do both. Favorite animal. Oh, I'm feeling like we have some chores here that we don't like. My favorite animal is a dolphin in the sea. Actually, my favorite animal is an owl, if you're thinking about tchotchkes. But like actually living, breathing animal is a dolphin in the sea, and turtles. I like turtles too. And then on land, I like horses and owls. And foxes are cool too. But mostly dolphins and owls and turtles and white. Oh, let's see these. Let's see these. Oh gosh. Oh no, I've missed so many. I hope you guys are having fun in there. Okay. Oh, here we go. We should get a book crawl trip. Yes, book crawls. I'm actually going to be doing one this summer for indie bookstores. Next time on Spenelli Speaks. Anywho, yeah, thank you, Tara. It was quite good. We have a lot of stuff, and we're really excited for this year. Ooh, April. 4 stars. Nice. Vacuuming. You know, Tara, I used to like vacuuming until I noticed all the dust that it makes fly up. I don't like that because I feel like it's making things worse. Oh, favorite is laundry. Least is bathrooms. Yeah, I don't like bathrooms either. Laundry, no. My husband does laundry, which is really super awesome. Cooking is your favorite. Dusting is least due to allergies. Yes. Yes. I knew you were going to say dishes. I knew it. And I knew laundry too. Yeah, dishes is a common one. We have a dishwasher, and I don't mind dishes. I actually prefer to do the dishes because when my husband does the dishes, it takes him forever. Like, forever. And the thing is I don't complain about it because he's doing the dishes. So, good. But sometimes when I notice him doing the dishes and then later I notice him doing the dishes, I'm like, why does it take you so long? And it's because he likes to set himself up with his iPad in there, turns on a movie, and then he's like paying attention to the movie and he's like washing like 3 dishes, and then all of a sudden the water is not hot enough, so then he drains the water and he redoes it. It's like, you just go in there and you do it. Just get it done and over with. Just be done with it. Okay. Got a lot of vacuuming and dishes in here. Kate loves the vacuuming. Krista, dishes are your least favorite. Yeah, vacuuming is the easiest, so therefore the fave. Very nice. Yeah. I'm so weird. I'm sorry. I get really weird. Yes, you do. That's how I get all these deals and steals, is because I've learned it from the best. Organizing anything, least is bathrooms. Okay. We got some favorite animals. We have wolves. Very nice. Ravens. Ooh. Very nice. Oh, a bumblebee. I would not have thought of that as an animal. That's very unique. I like that. Buffalo and whales. Very nice. Buffaloes are very massive creatures. I have driven through not Yellowstone, the Badlands, and there's buffalo roaming there. They are so much bigger than you think. They're ginormous. They're so big. Oh, yep. My mom loves monkeys. Yes, she does. Oh, sloths. So cute. Cats and whale sharks. Nice. Ooh, blue whales. In England, one of the museums, they have a lot of I do not believe that they're real animals, like they're not like taxidermied or something like that, but they have these replicas of animals, and in one of the rooms you walk in and it's this massive, it's like a blue whale, it's like a actual size blue whale, and it's just like wow. Wow. It's so big. It's so big. And I mean, you know they're big. And you see them on TV and you know they're big. But when you like are standing right under one, you're like, that it's ginormous. I mean, it was the whole length of the room. It was huge. And another dolphins. At least I think those are dolphins. They could be porpoises? I don't know. Hi, Jenna. You never heard of a book crawl? It's happening. Ay, ay, ay. Thank you, Victoria. It was nice to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Birds and cats. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Do. Oh, yes, elephant. Nell over at Gunpowder Fiction and Plot, I believe her favorite animal is an elephant as well. She's always talking about them. Okay, what's next? We need to kind of get through these. We've been here for a while. I'm so terribly sorry. Let's get through. Oh, now we're getting the Gunpowder Fiction and Plot, and theirs are crazy. Another one from Melissa. If I could delete 3 apps, or if I could delete all but 3 apps from my phone, which ones would you keep? I would keep YouTube, Instagram, and my Maps app, and realize that everything on your phone is an app. So your texting, your voicemail, everything. I would pick YouTube, Instagram, and Maps because I get lost a lot. So that's what I'm picking. She also asked, sweet or salty? Salty. Does pineapple belong on pizzas? Pineapple belongs on one pizza, and that's a Hawaiian pizza, and that's the only pizza. Any other pizza can say no. Okay, so into Scott and Nell's Gunpowder Fiction and Plot, they have some crazy questions for me. So everyone in the world can erase one author from existence. All of their influences never happened. Who would you pick in order to prevent me from picking Dan Brown? Now, for some background info, me and Nell go back and forth with Dan Brown because I like Dan Brown. I love the Da Vinci Code and all of those books, and she does not. And she makes fun of him a lot. And then I make fun of her a lot for making fun of him. And we go back and forth in a very friendly tete-a-tete. But now, not today. I will sacrifice Dan Brown because I know that he really hasn't made any influences or impacts on literature other than just having a book that I liked to read. So you're welcome. I will go ahead and sacrifice Dan Brown so that there may be other people that have that. Because realistically, I couldn't really think of anybody that I would say, I think you're terrible and I would take you off the face of the planet. I feel like Nell may take out some authors that I know of that she does not like because of terrible things that they did and do. But I'm not going to get into that. But I'm going to sacrifice Dan Brown for the common good. Next question, is pumpernickel bread? Yes, pumpernickel is bread. Is pumpernickel that fellow's name from a fairy tale that had to be guessed for the firstborn child or something? No, that was Rumpelstiltskin. You're welcome. The more you know. Oh, they have another question for me. How many people have you killed and how did you dispose of the body? Well, if I told you, I'd have to kill you. This one I really could not figure out. If you could stop all the people in the world from misinterpreting one novel, what would it be and why are they wrong? This is an excellent question, but I couldn't think of a darn book. Does anyone in the comments have a suggestion? I couldn't think of anything. And I don't know if it's because I just have too many books rumbling around in my head or what, but what have we seen here? I think I may have missed a bunch of stuff. Okay, so let's see here. Yes, Custer State Park. I think I've been there. Yes. Oh. Yes, and crazy questions. I'm just looking through your comments. Maps is necessary. Yes. No, I get lost all the time. Yes, I love Hawaiian pizza. It's so good, but I don't feel like I would have pineapple on any other pizza just because I feel like it's the flavor that goes along with that. I don't know. Just me. Just me. Oh, are you saying you would take Nicholas Sparks out? You would take him out of the world and take all of his books out? Oh, that's something mundane. I've never read Nicholas Sparks. I don't plan on it either. Just not. Bye, Amanda. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the movie. Yep, here we go. Can't stand Nicholas Sparks. Yeah, I've never read him. I don't. Right? Right? I know, he is. He's excellent. There you go. Perfect answer. See, this is why you're here now. You're teaching me things. Hitler was a writer. Mein Kampf. Kampft? I don't know. I have not been in German for a long time. Yay, common? Common good? Oh, good. I'm not sure. Oh, Stephanie Meyer, not an author in mind. Okay. Oh, yep. Yes, pumpernickel is a bread, and it's delicious with spinach dip. See, we got a favorite bread. And Kim loves banana bread. Here's another author. Have another body to dispose of. Love in the Time of Cholera. People think it's a love story and it's not. So that was for the question of a book that is misinterpreted, but you would help people. It's funny because I'm actually reading that right now. I'm reading it with Sarah over at MG Reads. I'm terribly behind in where we are supposed to be reading, but you would assume with the word love. And so far, what I've been reading, I feel like it's an account of a partnership. I don't even know, but it's written he is a very complex writer. So what he writes is very beautifully written, and very strategically written. But I think for the common reader, someone who's just looking for something that is like entertaining, he's probably not the best fit for you because he is so complex in his writing. But anywho. Oh, here's another misinterpreted complete short stories. I hear that I've not read Flannery O'Connor. I've heard great things. I've watched a lot of your and Noah's videos on that. But from my understanding, it seems like she's dark. Like she's misinterpreted because she is a little bit darker in her writing, while still being, I believe, more like because she's like a Christian writer or not a Christian writer, but like doesn't she kind of talk in that same tone? So I think it's for someone, it might be like, this is really dark. Thank you. Bye, Kim. Okay. Ooh, this is a great answer. Great answer. Yep. It would be cool if we all understood it correctly. Yes. Ooh, Pamela, I have to tell you a story. So I was watching, and I'm not going to name the channel because I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but I was watching this other booktube channel, and it's a young adult, someone who's much younger than I, and she read Discovery of Witches, and then she compared it to Twilight and said that she liked Twilight more because the characters were more developed. I unsubscribed immediately because you cannot compare a Discovery of Witches to Twilight. Oh my lord. No. Can't do it. No. Anywho. Yes, you do. Oh, see, you're learning something. You're learning something. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I forgot about Marco Polo. Darn it. I should have kept that one. Yeah, she did. That was a really good answer. The Bible's a great answer. Jenna, what do you have here? Obsessed with grapes of wrath and interpreted obsessively, compared it to the Bible. She could have been right, but it ruined the book from you. That's too bad. I don't like when things are ruined. Like you kind of want that reader's response. You want to be able to, make your own judgment on it, but be able to utilize different tools to understand the text as well. You like my hat? I should wear more hats. You know what's bad about this hat, though? See how glittery it is? It's going to be all up in my hair when I take this off. So, yeah. I had a bow tie, too. Did you see my bow tie? That's my thumbnail. Hi, Sarah. I was just talking about Love in the Time of Cholera that I'm supposed to be reading with you. I'm a little behind, but it's okay. I will finish. Let's see here. Yes, completely agree, Summer. Yes. Faulkner is very dark, and that As I Lay Dying that you just read, or are reading, very dark. And there are so many themes in that book, and there are so many different characters who have different, even though they're from the same family, their perspective on life is so different. It's so bizarre. It's really good. I like that one. Yes, you do need to read Discovery of Witches. It's so good. Twilight was better. I could not put it down. No, I'm not saying that Twilight was bad by any means, but I don't know. Discovery of Witches is like on a whole nother planet. It's so good. That's my opinion, though. Everyone can have their own opinion, but I will unsubscribe. Sorry. Hi, Holly. Yeah, because I'm cool. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Get rid of 50 Shades of Grey. Now, that's fan fiction of Twilight. So that's saying something. Oh, you did finish it. Yeah. Yes, I agree. No, Summer, I won't. I'm nice. I won't kill you. But I won't tell anybody where the body is either. So no worries. Twilight. So I read all of Twilight. Like when Twilight first came out, I was reading it. I was at Walmart getting my midnight copy. I went to all the movies. but I was in that age group. It came out while I was that age. I felt like I was Bella. Like, I wasn't Bella. I wanted to be somebody else. I didn't like Bella, but I wanted to be with Edward. So whatever. I was Team Edward. I even had a shirt that said something about the movie or something. I don't know. And I wore it to the midnight showing. I was in line. I was there. Absolutely loved it. With time, and I've grown. I've tried to reread it, and I can't. I have read all of the 50 Shades twice. It's just one of those, like, those guilty pleasure books, really guilty for those ones. But I mean, I think everyone has those, and I think that's the best thing about reading is you get drawn into a story, and you get drawn into journey with these characters. And regardless if the writing is great, regardless if it's a common theme, you're having fun and you're enjoying yourself, and no one can say otherwise for you. That's why when I talk about books, you may like it the way I do, or you may not, because we're all different. We all come from different walks of life, so our experiences are going to really matter when we read books. So if you love Twilight, that's great. I loved Twilight too. Now I've read Discovery of Witches. My thought process has matured, and for me, I really like Discovery of Witches because I love history, and I love all of that kind of like little nitty gritty information, and I like time travel, and I like that kind of stuff. So for me, it was like a step up, and I was like, yes, I'm so excited to be able to read something that is so complex. It wasn't perfect. No, there's a lot of characters that I don't like. Sometimes I really don't like the main character. Sometimes I don't like the love interest. But overall, I think just every bit of it together has been the reason why I like that. But I totally got off on another tangent, and I missed probably a ton of comments here. But I want to try to get through more of these questions because there's so many, and we've been here already for a while. I think we're over an hour already. Toe socks, good or evil? Evil. Don't wear them. That's gross and weird. Anywho, here's another one. If you're a protagonist of your favorite book, what choice would you change? I can't say that I had a book in mind. I really find that writers make things happen in books for a reason. The one that came to mind for me, because I've read it so many times and I hate that it happens, but in The Hours, one of the characters leaves her children behind. And I always think, like, you should never have done that. Like, why would you do that? But the story is so compelling at the same time. So for the writer, it makes sense that happened, because it just, it makes, it's just so compelling. But in my head, I'm like, don't abandon your children. Like, that's just something that you wouldn't do. But you have to wonder, like, where would the story have gone if she would have stayed? It would have been an entirely different story. I don't know if you guys have any books that are like that. I'm going to jump back into the comments because I know I have missed so many, and I'm sorry. Trying to get. Oh, here we go. Danny, can we do a read along of Discovery of Witches? I want to read it with you. Oh, maybe that'll be my next year, September, October read along, because it's a trilogy. I'll have to think about that, Christy. That's a really. You're like tempting me. You're like tempting me here. Oh, thanks, Lauren. It was really nice to see you. Thanks so much. Bye, Nicole. Thanks so much. Oh, I think we said bye to Scott and Nell. They're my friends from the future. Okay. Oh, hi, Karen. Can't get into shades. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I've missed a lot of, late brunch. I see that. I feel like I've missed a lot of comments. I'm really sorry. I'm hoping I can get through some more of these comments. So I appreciate every comment that you guys are doing here in the chat. But I'm so sorry that I'm missing so many of them. But let's go on to our next question. And this is Scott and Elle, they left, but raisins and bread, yes or no? No to raisins, but yes to craisins. That's my answer. I'm sticking to it. Krista had a great question. Favorite oddly specific food preference. So I had to think about this one, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, it's so clear to me. So the specific food preference that I have, like that's odd, is for dinner, I have to have something hot to eat. Like I can't have a cold dinner. And like sushi is different. Like for some reason I feel like that is okay. And I usually have an egg roll, so like that's the hot bit. But like I need to have something hot to eat for dinner. Do you guys have weird, odd preferences? This one was a good one. This is also from Chris over at Books and Jams. How did you discover BookTube and decide to join the fun? So I actually had no idea that BookTube even existed before I started my channel. When my now husband and I, we weren't married at the time, but we went to visit my brother in England, and then we also traveled to Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. And it was a like congratulatory or celebrating. We were celebrating the fact that I had gotten my master's degree, and at before we left, I was searching like YouTube for travel videos for the UK so that we could go to places that were really popular, that had great, cuisine and all that. So I was looking up all these things because we were going to be traveling by ourselves. We were going to visit my brother in London, and then we were going to be in all these other countries. So I kind of wanted to have like an insider's tip on where we should go to eat and all that fun stuff. And in the midst of that, I was like, I wonder if you can find like book reviews or something on YouTube. So I found this one, and I don't even know, I've never seen her channel since, but she was talking about a lot of like graphic novels and stuff. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And I kept like trying to put in other stuff, and nothing would pop up. So I'm just like, well, I guess it doesn't exist. And then when we came back, and I was like, well, now do I watch on YouTube? Because I've watched all these travel vloggers for like an entire year. And now like I'm not traveling to those places. And I still watch those travel vloggers, but I'm like, there's gotta be other things I can watch on YouTube because now I'm not doing my studies for my master's. So now what I do with my life? So I was like, well, I want to get back into reading for pleasure as opposed to reading for school. And I'm like, well, there's got to be recommendations of some kind on BookTube. And I came across Lauren and the Books and Beautifully Bookish Bethany and Books and Lala and, of course, all of the big, ginormous channels. And I start to watch their videos and I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I started to find the small booktubers. And let me tell you, when I started to find the small booktubers, the ones that were responding to your comments, the ones that were actually talking to you, the ones that were talking about like real life stuff, the booktubers where it wasn't like, it didn't seem fake. It didn't seem like it was something that, was pre-recorded. Like it wasn't like all these flashy things. Like, the stuff was a little bit grainy. When I started to find that community, the Christy Lewis, the Noah, all these little channels that just were so authentic. I was like, I want to join that community. I want to be a part of that. I want to talk to these people. I want to share my journey. I want to talk about my books. I am such an avid reader and I am such a lover of books, but I am so much more a sharer of information. I could sit and talk to someone about books all day long and not just, oh, I like this book and I like this book and I like this because it was like this and I like this because I like this. I like to discuss books, talk about why a character did something. I like to help people understand why this happened. I like to learn about that kind of stuff. So I really wanted to be part of that community and grow in that community, and it's been fantastic ever since. I remember when I told my husband that I was going to start a YouTube channel, and he said, it's about time, because I was just so into watching YouTube, the travel channels and stuff. And I got really into this organizer, cleaning. She does cleaning, and she does vlogs and stuff. And I was watching her like incessantly. And then finally I was just like, I could do this, and I could do it for books. And yeah, it was just fantastic. So great question, Krista. Thank you so much. How many pairs of glasses do I own? I actually, I own a lot of glasses, but a lot of them are like out of commission kind of deal. But the ones that I can currently wear that are my current prescription, I have 5. So I have the green pair, which are new. I have the floral pair, which are new. And then the pairs that I had before that, the ones that I wore for my wedding that have like the rose gold, they're like metal rimmed with the rose gold on top. And then I have the blue pair, and then I have the brown like tortoise shell pair. So I have 5 pairs of glasses. I think I might get some more, because I feel like I still need like a red pair or like a purple pair or something more like bright on that scale. Like I have the green, and I have the blue, and I have the brown, and I have the floral, and I have the pinky, but I want like red and purple, I think. So I might get some more. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I'm going to run through some more of these questions here. Margaret Kennard, who also has a booktube channel, and she's also an author. How did you live before audiobooks? I have no idea. When I started to actually figure out the audiobook stuff, I have been just devouring audiobooks. I do not know how I lived before audiobooks. I've been able to read so much more because of audiobooks. Planes or boats? This is such a interesting question. I feel like I'm like neither. Like, why do I need to be on either of those? But I mean, boats are fun for like leisure activities. But if I was traveling somewhere, I'd probably want to be on a plane. Mountains or beach? I would have to say the mountains if there's castles, and beach if there's cocktails. My favorite season is fall, because I can wear scarves and layers, and if it's getting hot, I can take some off if I want. But I don't like being super hot, and I don't like being super cold, so fall is perfect. Misty Mitchell, have you ever read a series that you wish the author had stopped at number 1, making it a standalone, or read a standalone wishing it was a series? This one was so hard. I'm not sure that I have an answer to this one, because I feel like I'm more of a series person, so I prefer books to be in series. So the only one that I could think of that stood out to me is I'm currently reading a series of books by C.J. Archer, and it's this Glass and Steel series. And don't get me wrong, a fantastic series, but I'm into like book 11, and now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, when is this going to end? Like, we need this series to end. It just seems like it's like everyday monotony, and it's kind of getting redundant. So, yeah. Anywho. Yes, Krista, Zenni is where I get my glasses. They're very cheap. I love it. Hi, Denise. It's not so nice to see you. I am still on. I know I've been losing people because I'm taking too long to answer my questions, and it's getting late for everybody. So I appreciate every single one of you for being here. I really do. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. And I miss a lot of questions here. Excuse me. Comments here, so I apologize. Oh, we have someone who loves spring. Yes, the beach, cocktails. It's too hot there. Yes, a train. That's a great way to travel. It's a great way to travel. I'm starting to lose my voice too. Yep, we know we love perfect purple. Perfect purple. Thank you. I love the green ones. They're really cool. I wore them on St. Patty's Day to work because they're green. But I don't know that I would wear them to work otherwise because they just seem really kind of kiddish. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Hi, Misty. You have a habit of snacking while reading, especially if the book is very long. I also have been into a book where I won't stop reading, eat dinner. Have you ever done this? Yes. So when I was younger, when I would read and I would be into it, I would like make my friends wait for me. I remember they all came over for like my birthday party once and I was reading Matchstick Men, and Matchstick Men is like a con artist book. So it was right at the end where you're like finding everything out. And I literally was like not coming out of my room while all my friends were downstairs, like waiting for me to like, it's my birthday slumber party. And they're just waiting for me. And then finally my mom made me come all the way downstairs and I brought my book and I finished my book in front of my friends. Like that's how serious I was about reading my book. It was ridiculous. Let's see. What's this? I will unsubscribe to all your channels once you hit 10,000 subs. Don't do that, Angie. That was one thing that I feel I will always keep a good, at least I can say, I'm sure they all said this too, but I always want to keep my ear to the ground. I want to be with my subscribers. I want to make sure that everyone who subscribes to my channel, if you're reaching out to me and you're commenting with me, I want to be able to be commenting back. I want to be able to engage with you. And even if it's a quick comment, I hope that all of my subscribers know that anytime I see a comment on my channel, I truly appreciate it. I don't expect any comments, but just know that if you comment, I am seeing that and I am appreciating it, and I very much appreciate you. So I hope that someday I am a larger channel, which would be fantastic. And I hope that all of my friends that have been with me thus far too that have channels become large channels as well. But I want to stay authentic, and I want to stay that small booktuber. I want to stay that small, friendly, community-based, supportive person in the booktube community. So that's my 2 cents. So yeah, it seems to be a theme. Small booktubers. Yay. Yeah. Yeah, talking about it in the comments is great. I love read-alongs too because you just get to be able to, be with people. So Aww, I love you too, Noah. I don't know why I'm holding this. I'm gonna put it down. Ay, 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 ay. Yes. Small booktubers are my favorite booktubers too. Also sweet and kind and so much smarter than anyone else on booktube. I feel like we have so many amazing conversations and so many amazing books. Like, I'm never reading all the like really popular books that everyone else is reading on booktube because I'm like, first of all, unless I get it from the library, I don't have access to new books. I'm doing the booktube prize this year and I have to get them all from the library, and thankfully Laura's actually sending me one because I don't do new books. I get thrift store books. So yeah. Okay. I think that I've missed a ton of comments, so I'm sorry. If anyone has left, bye. Is everyone still here? Thank you so much. Let's see what is next. Oh, bye, Christy. Oh, we have some other questions. Oh, hi, Charlie. What is your favorite medieval book? So medieval as in like classical medieval? Because like I like the Iliad and I like the Aeneid, which is basically the same thing, but like in different places of the world. The Odyssey is great. I love all of Chaucer's stuff. So Chaucer he wrote the Canterbury Tales, which I absolutely adore. But he also has this other one called Parliament of Fowls, or Parliament of Birds, I think it's Parliament of Fowls. And it's so good. It's an epic poem, basically. That's the writing the style that they did. He also, I believe, wrote Tristan and Isolde, and that was so good. I think it was him. I'm not sure, but yeah, I love classical medieval. What's my favorite children's book? Oh, that comes up later too, but I will tell you right now. My favorite is The Monster at the End of This Book, starring my lovable furry old Grover. I love this book. It's so good. I also really love like the Pokey Puppy. So like the golden books, all those golden books, I love those. And then also like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And then I love all the Winnie the Pooh books. So sorry, those were the two questions that we had here that I didn't get in there. Okay. Okay, let's jump in. I think I'm almost through most here. From Krista and Sarah at Sadie Reads Again, how did my husband and I meet? Actually, we worked at the same company. So we were working. I was working at a credit union as a training specialist. He came in as a new employee, so I trained him. And then I switched roles to a supervisory role. So then I was his supervisor for a while. And then he moved to another position. And it was when he moved to another position that we started talking. So we met at work. Sarah also asks, what sort of reader were you as a kid? I was one of those kids that would like go and clean her room, but I would be in the closet reading Babysitter's Club, that kind of stuff. Or I would, as a teenager, I would be up all night reading all of like the Harry Potter books. I read all of those like in the middle of the night because you're just trying to read them all the way through. In college, same thing. I would not read my college books. I'd be reading like Twilight, that kind of stuff. So I'm a voracious reader. When I'm not supposed to be reading, but I'm supposed to be doing something else. Charlie had some questions. So Charlie from the Bookish Reader, what is something that you could do? What is something that you'd could do more? Sorry, I copy and pasted these. So something I could do more about my channel. I would like to do more vlogs because I feel like that's really popular and I feel like it's fun because you really get to see more of my day to day. But I don't like filming in front of my family or around my family. I'm really kind of self-conscious that they can probably even hear me right now. So that's really hard for me to do vlogs. I can do more vlogs in the summer because I go outside and then I feel like no one's watching me. So I wish I could do more vlogs. Favorite snack? Quick Trip has these little baby carrots with dill dip. That's my favorite snack. Love it. So addicting. It's like so good. Favorite booktuber. I do not have a favorite booktuber. I have a favorite booktube community, which is the small booktube community. So it's easier. It was easy for me in the very, very beginning, like when you're doing the newbie tag and stuff, to be like, my favorite booktubers are, and then you name all those big, colossal booktube channels. And now I don't have one favorite booktuber. I literally have a favorite community, and that's just this small booktube community. So every new small booktuber I meet, I love the community that we build. And I love the connections that we have. I love buddy reading with new people. I love when I see random comments from new people, and I just love those connections. So I don't really have a favorite booktuber. I love that small booktube community. Favorite flower? I love orchids. Favorite part of having your channel? Talking to all of you people. Favorite bread? Banana bread. Banana bread all day long. Here's that favorite children's book. So we talked about that. Favorite color is this blue right here. This is my favorite color. And that's from Emily over at Novell Novels. She also asked the favorite children's book as well. Mary M's Book Pod, which I didn't realize she had a podcast, but that's super awesome. Mary, what are some of your favorite singers and bands? I'm like a 70s, 80s, 90s girl. I really love Heart, The Police, Maroon 5, Nora Jones, Tracy Chapman. I love 90s music in general. I love 80s music. I love all that stuff. So it's all over the board. She also asked, what was one of the first books you read and really got you into reading? So from what I can recall, I mean, I've always been a reader, but the one that really is the one that pops up into my mind is the BFG. When I first came into contact with that book, it was read to my class, and I just remember sitting there and being completely engrossed in this story. And then I ended up checking it out from the library and just like reading it and rereading it, and it was just one of my favorite books. And it really is one of those memories that I have where it's a book that I just could not forget. So that's definitely that. Oh, we came into Pamela's questions. I hope Pamela is still here. We know the kinds of books you like, but what TV or film do you like? So it's really changed over time. Like I used to always, when I was a kid, I'd be into like, and when I say kid, I mean teenager. I used to watch the CW, or it used to be the WB, and then it turned into CW. But like Gilmore Girls and those kind of I think it was like Everwood and all of those like dramas with teenagers, Vampire Diaries, that kind of stuff. Um, but as I grew up too, like The Office. I'm huge into British television, so like Midsummer Murders, Father Brown. I love Disney movies for films. For films, I also really like action films. So my favorite action film is Olympus Has Fallen with Gerard Butler. Oh my gosh, I could watch that movie over and over again. It's fantastic. And I really like classic films. So anything from the 40s, 50s. I love those movies. They just don't make movies like that anymore. So definitely some of my favorites. And then Pamela also asked, when you studied English Lit in college, what was your area of concentration or area of interest? So realistically, when I studied English for my bachelor's degree, it was just broad English, and then you would pick certain classes and you had to take certain classes. So a lot of the classes I would steer toward classical medieval literature. So I took Chaucer, I took classical medieval literature. I tried to take anything that was drawing towards that, but you also had to take like American lit, world lit. You had to take all those women's lit, that kind of stuff. Short stories, creative writing, that kind of thing. And then when I went into my master's degree, that also is very broad. It's more English for humanities. And my emphasis was on higher education. So teaching in school. So teaching in a higher education. So I kind of took classes that were geared toward teaching in a classroom. But then you also have to take all of that regular stuff too. So world lit, I took Brit lit because I love British literature, all that kind of stuff. So I've always kind of steered more towards the classics, the classical medieval literature, anything that revolves around just great classic literature, I guess you could say. Great questions, by the way. I think we're almost to the top, which thank you so much, everyone who is here. Lady King 119, what is your favorite book and genre? I think years ago I could have said I had a favorite book, but I think now, because of the amount of books that I have read, I cannot pinpoint a favorite book. Obviously, when you think about that, you're like, I love Narnia. I love Discovery of Witches, the All Souls trilogy. I loved Twilight. I loved Harry Potter. I loved all of these books. But because there's just so many books out there, I just love books in general. So genres that I love the classics. I love anything that is classical medieval classics. I love modern classics. Modern classics are usually anything between like 1900 and 1960. I would say 1970 is kind of the tip top there. But yeah, I just love classics. I read contemporary, but it's mixed in there. But yeah, I read all over the place, but classics are definitely the area that I stay into. How many brothers and sisters do I have? I have 3 younger brothers. So yeah. Do I want children? Of course. How many? Well, I'm old, so it'll not be up to me really. It'll be up to how that all works out. But if I had a choice, I would hope to have 3 children, more children, 3. So, let's see here. What do you do for a living? I work at a staffing company, so I help companies in our area find employees. So, say a company is in need of a receptionist. I will recruit a receptionist and hire them for that company. And I think we're right to the tippy top here. We have 3 questions left, and I'll see if I missed any in the comments here. But Una and Crypto over at the Codex Cantina, mayonnaise on grilled ham and cheese, brilliant or complete travesty? I would say neither. I think it's just normal, just normal. And they also asked, you read so many different genres of books. How do you choose your selections, and do you push to try different types of books? The way I choose my selections are just at random. Obviously, with going to the thrift stores, it's really what I have access to. And I really gravitate more toward classics or books that are have a particular reason for being there. So I like to read books that are different. I don't like to read a lot of the same thing over and over again. I wouldn't call myself a mood reader, but I would say that I will get out of the mood. Like if I'm reading a book and then I'm like, I don't want to read this anymore, because if it's too samey, like if I just read a book that is similar to this and then I get to the next book and it's the same kind of genre, I don't like that. So when I'm picking books, I actually try to pick books that are all over the place. So if you're a follower of me and you followed me on my TBRs, you'll see my TBRs are always like all random books. Those like some classics, then there's some contemporary, then there's middle grade, then there's nonfiction. It's all over the place. And the reason for that is I think my attention span cannot settle in one area. It has to be pulled in different directions. And I can get very bored very easily when I'm reading the same thing, or if I'm reading a book that really doesn't have a lot of content. Now, sometimes I'll be like, I just need to read a book that my mind's just going to deadpan through it. Like I'm just going to be able to enjoy this. But not all the time. I need to be tested sometimes. So that's why, books like Love in the Time of Cholera are great. But also, I like to pick up A Little Princess, so I like to keep my mind moving. I like to test my mind. I like to keep it running. So last question, and this is from Jeremy Fee. He also has a booktube channel. He has a great channel. I love his stuff. But how upset are you when it takes someone months to do a tag video, you or tag them in? It really doesn't upset me at all, Jeremy. I am very happy when people do my tags or do a tag that I've tagged them in. But I am also extremely terrible at getting tags done, because for me, I feel like I have so much content to share that I don't want to do a video if I have something else to do. So I've saved all the tags that anyone's ever tagged me in. And I think actually for my live next month, I'm going to do tags. Like, here's a couple of tags I was tagged in. Let's run through these questions. Because I am so bad at doing my tags. And I love getting tagged. Don't get me wrong. I love getting tagged on tag videos, and I'm terrible at coming back around to do those. So, okay. So I think that I have missed a super ton of comments. So I'm so sorry. Let me run through this here. I think if Noah left, bye Noah. I think you left, bye. Yes, Grover. I love Grover. Yes. Oh, the Iliad is so good. Oh, bye, Summer. Thank you so much. I'm so happy everyone stopped by. It's so nice. Oh, yes, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs was a book. Yes, it's just a little kid's book. It's a picture book. It's so good though. It's really good. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, no, I've never had that happen. I mean, my mom remembers records. I mean, I know what records are, but I never knew for books. Here you go, Laura remembers. Yes, Denise, small booktubers do rock. They rock. Aw, thanks, Pamela. You know, I keep calling you Pamela. Do you go by Pamela? Because I always say Pamela. Dawson's Creek? Yes, Dawson's Creek. I was such a Joey fan. I was like, yay, Joey, yay, Joey. And then the show was over. Mayo. Aw, thanks, Mom. Good night. Oh, Noah's still here. Well, I think that's it. I don't see any other questions in here. Yes, Rainy. I know I'm terrible at tags. I am. I'm so bad. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I am so very thankful for all of you stopping by and coming and celebrating with me for my 700 subscribers. It's been so fun. I can't wait to keep on trucking and keep getting more people and more conversations, and these live will be so much fun. And I'm so sorry I kept you for almost 2 hours, but I had so much fun getting to know everyone too. With your answers to some of these questions is pretty funny, and I am totally losing my voice right now, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up. But if you have any other questions, oh, I know, I think there were questions on the Instagram that I totally missed. I think I took pictures of them. I think, Noah, you asked me a question. You said something about your positivity is inspiring. How do you do it? I don't know. I have no idea. I love you all so much that it just keeps me going, and it just makes me so happy. I mean, most of the time I'm just kind of like real chill, and I don't really talk a lot, and I just kind of like hang around. I'm an extrovert, don't get me wrong, but like usually I'm just real chill about things. But when I get on here and I talk to you guys, you just fill me with so much excitement that I can't help but be positive and motivating and supporting, because, I feel like sometimes we all forget that we've all been there before. We've all been in those situations where it's like, this stinks and no one's watching my channel, or no one's clicking on this, or no one's doing this, or even just as a subscriber, like no one's commenting back, or I commented on this video and no one spoke back to me. And I want to change that. I want to be there for people, and I want to be supportive, and I want to, really make sure that people feel loved, because that's all we really want, right? Okay. And then there were some other questions. Angie, you said, what's the best meal you ever had while traveling? Oh, oh my gosh. So in Scotland, we went on this trip into the Highlands, and we stopped in this little town called Inverary or something like that, where there's this castle. But we went into the town to this hotel, George's Hotel, and we had mussels freshly caught that day. It was so delicious. So, so delicious. So that would probably might be my favorite meal traveling. It was incredible. And then you also asked, what would your dream dinner meal consist of? All the things. I really like Asian food. Like, so I love Indian food. I love, there's a spider on my ceiling. I don't like that. Anywho, I love Indian food. I love Indian food. I love Thai. I love Chinese food. I love Japanese food. I love all Asian flavors. The spice, everything. I just love it. I just love Asian food. It's so good. So it would probably be something like that, like a smorgasbord of just the entire Asian food groups. I think Russia is in Asia, but I don't know that I've really had much Russian food. So, like Southeast Asian food. Anywho, okay. And then Kim said, what book have you hated the most? Like the worst book ever? I really did not like Little Bee by Chris Cleave. Like, I really hated that book, like, a lot. Like, I didn't like it at all. And I read the whole thing. I despised that book. And I also didn't like one of the Twisted Tales, Part of Your World, which really stunk because I love Little Mermaid. And then Rainy, what was your favorite? What was your favorite class in college? I would say the classical medieval class. So, but yeah, so thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm seriously gonna let you go now because it's been all night, and I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope I answered all of your questions. I hope that you're excited to be here. I hope to see you again tomorrow and every day after. But until next time, I hope you are reading something great, taking care and staying safe. And until then, you know how it goes. Happy reading. Bye.